care. We did see, in order to get to the winner's side, Yoda Cage did have to go through IcyMist. I believe it was in top 32.
Yes.
And now, sent down into losers. Who does he find but this Steel City Samus? And here we go to Town and City for game number 1. The tunes of KK Slider. It's Saturday night. It's time to party. No better night for a fight.
Exactly. And you know, this is a very interesting pick for game 1 because Yoda actually told me during preparations that he wanted to go to this stage. Here's the thing, though. IcyMist had it banned not only in the crew battle, but also when they played in bracket before, and now has it unbanned. Curious, huh?
Yeah, it does kind of make you wonder, but the things that you learn. But IcyMist going to, just hang on to the ledge. And I mean, I'm not used to seeing IcyMist this close to the ledge, quite frankly, when it comes to guarding it. But Yoda Cage making it back, hanging on to that Mecha Koopa. Oh man, the Buzzsaw with bad intentions.
Yeah.
Got to be able to take advantage when you can. And Yoda Cage, the bread and butter, has and always will be the edge guarder.
Yeah, now Samus does struggle with a number of things in this matchup, Stu. Obviously, that charge shot can get snuffed out by the cannonball if it's pretty on low percentage, but it always gets snuffed out by the Mecha Koopa. So you either have to shoot over top of it, or you have to try to just avoid it entirely, which is very difficult when Yoda could just throw it out willy-nilly like that. And right now, the Mecha Koopa in general, Stu, has proven to be a bit of a win condition here for Yoda, as it's setting him up for so many ledge traps and keeping IcyMist disadvantaged as long as possible.
Trying to tell IcyMist, you better not be going low for your recoveries. If you hang on near stage level, you are going to die for it. And we saw, again, the item play. We've seen Yoda Cage set up into that so many times. It's going to be the screw attack. That's not even going to take the stock yet. Yoda Cage, but these two hanging on to higher percentages than, frankly, I can count. Okay. You're the one in college, not me, Laird. And it's going to be the F-tilt. That finally winds up taking the stock off of IcyMist.
Yoda Cage at 170. IcyMist was at about 160 when that down tilt came out. But then again, not to be outdone, a pivot grab on that platform with an up throw coming out. This stage does sit very low compared to where the ceiling is, Stu. But when you're on that top platform, you're much closer to it.
And now, got that jab coming out. I mean, they're just trying to poke around and figure it out in neutral. It's a tough situation to be in. It really is just kind of a race to see who can get up to the highest number. But even then, man, it feels like nothing is given considering what we have seen thus far.
So at these earlier percents from IcyMist, I'm seeing a lot of just use your up airs, which is a frame 6 up air, very fast, combos into itself and a bunch of other moves. And also just make sure you burn Yoda's jumps, because Yoda's been jumping out of disadvantage to those up airs multiple times, and I love that patience there too. Accidentally up aired the wrong direction, but made good on it, getting a back air to take that stock at about 100, super early compared to first stock.
I mean, hey, it's a little bit of improvisation. A little bit of madness, a little bit of trickery for the part of Yoda Cage as he's going to take that second stock again with the assist from that Mecha Koopa. I mean, you can't rely on it as frequently as perhaps Rob Gyro, but my goodness, can you make good off of it?
Yeah, it's a very different skill set too, because not only does it help you combo, but it also pops them up, giving you time to position yourself. Yoda Cage has been making good on that multiple times, and right now, evens up the game here in these later percents. These characters are both at about the same weight too. So, you know, pretty even game.
Yoda Cage hanging on to this one is going to be the card of the face that sends Samus off. Oh, yeah, no, we're seeing it now. Yoda Cage with bad intentions. The Mecha Koopa not going to find the mark. Morton. Oh, man. You can see
grabbed out of it.
Bloodthirsty look in the eyes. Charge shot. Okay, Yoda Cage is doing very well to navigate the projectiles, I will say. But then again, at this point, if you're IcyMist, all you need is one and IcyMist. The steely-eyed Samus from the Steel City takes aim at Yoda Cage and finds her mark to take game number 1.
That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You wait for one little wasted movement, one little whiff from your opponent. You gotta wait, you gotta be patient, but if you have that charge shot, you can just let that sucker rip. Samus, while most people might think she's a long-range demon, is actually a mid-range whiff punisher, and no one epitomizes that better than IcyMist.
All right. Well, it's game number 2. Let's go cruising, says Yoda Cage, breaking out the car and There is no room in the passenger seat for you, IcyMist. You're going to have to get out on the left side here.
Yes, you're going to have to walk. But you know what? That doesn't seem to be affecting them too much. Doing a good amount of defensive play here. Getting a nair into no tech, into an F-tilt, keeping the combo alive with a weak charge shot into a grab. The tech chasing, man. The tech chasing.
It's actually unreal. I mean, both of these two study so hard in order to be the best with their characters, and both definitely have claim to such a title.
I mean,
with their respective characters.
Again, IcyMist definitely top 3, but it has to contend with the likes of Siski and Quick over in Europe. Yoda Cage, though, he has to contend with Ketchup and very, very few others. But IcyMist right now, still proving that this character can win tournaments.
You could perhaps have said Young Eevee, also in Europe.
That's true, yeah.
The Netherlands, in fact. But going to have to see now. Yoda Cage.
Reset? Oh.
Represented the blue and yellow of Drexel University so proudly over the years. The adversary clad in blue and yellow this time around in IcyMist.
And you know what? Not at too much of a deficit yet, only 33%. Trying to take the stock away as quick as possible. The Mega Koopa throwing it out there for extra shield pressure, but it got rid of that jab that he was going for as well. And jab will kill in this situation. Side B not going to kill, but the forward air might just do it. It does. 50% on Yoda Cage, but they can bring this back with just one little ladder string.
IcyMist trying to catch out Yoda Cage in recovery, but Yoda Cage is pretty good about getting back to the stage rather expeditiously. I mean, he does not waste any time. He knows that Koopalings don't exactly excel in the air in this advantage. The rare usage of the down smash, I feel like I haven't seen him use it all that often.
I mean, I think it was pretty good in that situation because of a very early uppie coming in from Samus, or from IcyMist, who was not close enough to actually trigger on Yoda. Now, you know what? It sends out a pretty weird angle. I think F smash does more damage. I think up smash also might have more knockback, but down smash definitely needs to be well advertised as a good move as well. But man, speaking of good moves, that nair, not something you see kill that often, but when it hits, it is deceptively powerful.
Now we're seeing, missing on the grab, IcyMist again, making herself scarce. She's so good at it. I mean, the defensive play has been nothing short of impressive. And while you don't necessarily see IcyMist games as being the fastest of affairs, the options that she presents in order to make the opposition think is just, it's something to behold. And quite frankly, if you're a Samus player, really a player of any projectile character, you want to look at how she treats a game and how she looks at situations. I mean, this is someone that you really want to learn from, just in a general sense. It's
these tiny optimizations that she does that are keeping her in the lead right now. But Yoda Cage, again, a little optimization on his part, recognizing there was no jump, recognizing exactly where IcyMist was going to be, using that cannonball to great effect to take that stock away. We're on last stock here in game number 2. Yoda Cage trying to get a even set after this one, and a ladder combo might just help him do that.
Yoda Cage hanging by the ledge. IcyMist deciding to go high. And really, Yoda Cage feels like he's been conditioning IcyMist to try to go high for most of the recoveries. Everything that he's been showing has been mostly like cannonball at about stage level, dropping or Z dropping bomb, definitely dropping the clown car for explosion. But it is going to be the back air that puts IcyMist up 2-0 in the set.
Are we going to see another 3-0 here in top 8? The only one we haven't seen so far was, who else? Yoda Cage versus Syrup in winners semifinals. And man, IcyMist is just continuing this onslaught, man. And it's, again, the patience they have in the scramble. You know, at those high angle corners, catching Yoda Cage out close to the edge of the stage. And you saw there a nair a second ago. And to win that last match, we also saw a back air too. Starting off on game number 3, no counter picks here from Yoda Cage. And IcyMist definitely letting her presence be known this early with 50%, 60%, and climbing.
The musical counter pick, if nothing else, but KK Slider, I don't think Yoda Cage is going to be able to listen to him for about the next 2 weeks. But it's a shame because we've seen, I did make a comment about the colors of IcyMist's Samus skin. Light blue and yellow is also the colors of the flag of the city of Philadelphia. A banner that Yoda Cage has repped equally as proud, if not more so, being one of the flag carriers for the city of brotherly love. But could be going down at the hands of IcyMist from the Steel City.
Yeah, he is one of our top 5 in Philadelphia. Has been #1 multiple times on the PR as well. and is definitely a international and national warrior at so many majors such as Glitch and otherwise. But the problem is IcyMist has done the same with the same aplomb, and is looking to prove it there as well, but will not be outdone by Yoda.
Yoda Cage trying to keep himself in this. Again, a student of the game, as dedicated as they come. But, I mean, it's so hard having to deal with IcyMist. And IcyMist, I will say, has about the perfect demeanor to take on the average Philly player. As we saw, having taken down Bonk in order to get here 2 stocks to 1. We watched that set.
We did.
And it was Bonk really just trying to rush into things and make things happen. And you can't necessarily blame him, not necessarily playing reckless, but also still putting your neck out there enough for as much as Meta Knight has a neck anyway.
Yeah.
Just getting the head lopped off for it.
Now, Samus is a character who really forces you to play patiently, but not too patiently. It's such a hard line to walk, though. You don't want to be too slow because then you're just giving them charge shot for free, but you don't want to be too fast, or otherwise you're just jumping into their game plan.
So, I mean, I have to say, if there is one thing that you have pointed out that Yoda Cage could be improving upon in order to perhaps make this comeback happen, or at least make it more probable, what would you say that is, Laird?
I think the big thing right now, Stu, is you need to just mind your recoveries a little bit. The big thing that IcyMist has been capitalizing on is your positioning off stage. Looking for it again. Recognizing exactly where she needs to put herself to catch Yoda Cage, falling a little bit short of hitting her.
And now we're seeing Yoda Cage on his tournament stock. Revenge is in sight for IcyMist.
And for Pittsburgh.
She's
holding down the whole city.
Yeah, she's the one who started off the crew battle, wound up taking 4 successive stocks at the expense of Philly players. Yoda Cage was the person who started off that set. Did not do poorly necessarily, but is not exactly the performance that Yoda Cage had in mind. Got a measure of revenge in winner's side, beating IcyMist by a score of 2-1. But now it is IcyMist by a score of 3-0. Yoda Cage not looking all that happy about it.
But you know who is looking happy about it?
The city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, who showed out in full force to support their girl. And she is the last representative from the state of Pennsylvania, or the Commonwealth, rather, standing here today in our top 4. She is one of the first to make it there, actually the first to make it there in loser's bracket. And up next, we will have Z- and Jen, but let's sing her praises a little bit more. Another 3-0 coming in from IcyMist, getting revenge on her winner's bracket demon.
And you got to give credit where credit is due, because IcyMist took every single lesson she possibly could from that winner's side set and applied it beautifully. It's just I would not say that Yoda Cage laid down and died in any of those games.
No,
but
God, no.
I mean,
they're all close.
IcyMist really started to run away with it. You gotta give it up for IcyMist, who again just has that perfect kind of sit back, let the game come to you, but also when you let them lull them into a sense of sleep, but then you wake them up with those charge shots.
Yeah.
You pepper them with the